afternoon, everyone. Welcome into another edition of Talking Fitchburg. It is Monday, August 19th. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Andrew Bamlitz. Flying solo today. No Jeremy. He's out until later today. He will be helping out with our meetings and concerts at McKee that we'll talk about in a little bit on headlines tonight. So don't worry, you'll get your Jeremy fix in, but FM, PM Fitchburg, and Talking Fitchburg, you'll see this guy. So I apologize. Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow as normal, and we'll move on. I'll be back in my seat. You'll only see me for 30 seconds in the show, which is fine by me, and we'll move forward. But today, unfortunately, you get me the whole time. So here we go. So headlines. We've got some good stories, good updates coming up. Some nice things happening in Dane County that we'll talk about as well. And then, of course, it's Monday, so it's your Verona Road construction update. We get a little time-lapse video we'll show that was released last week, too, from the girders being laid down. And it looks pretty cool. I mean, massive engineering feat here. So it's really cool to see that. And then we'll have our own Chad Cole made it out to the Agora Art Fair this weekend, so hopefully you're able to come out and join. And if you weren't, we'll have a recap from that with Steve Leverance from the Fitchburg Center, Agora, and see what he has to say about how the event went. And yeah, we'll talk about it then. And then, of course, PB&J with just the B, and we'll get what's coming up on the Com channel and the Gov channel later tonight. We have some good things coming. All right, but to start, we have Fitchburg Police responded to a armed robbery. So on August 18th, 2019, at approximately 2:40 a.m., Fitchburg police officers responded to the McDonald's located at 2845 Fish Hatchery Road for a disconnected 911 call. Upon arrival, officers learned that the restaurant was being robbed at gunpoint. Officers were able to take the suspect into custody as he exited the store. Officers identified the suspect as Wendell L. Davis, 49, of Madison. An investigation was conducted, and the suspect was booked in a Dane County jail on tentative charges of armed robbery and intimidation of a victim. The Fitchburg Police Department was assisted by the Town of Madison Police, and the Dane County Sheriff's Office. So a good job by our Fitchburg's finest here in the other day at this armed robbery. All right, coming up tonight is the last Concerts of McKee for this summer. So hopefully you can make out and join us there today. Of course, this is out at the great McKee Farms Park, which is just down the street here from us. This is August 19th, today, 6 to 9 p.m. It's a party in the park. Be sure to mark your calendar for this last one featuring Orquesta Salsoul. Orquesta Salsoul is a 15-piece band. Is the best local musicians representing the international diversity of Madison. So please come on down to join them. And don't forget, there are food carts and brew carts opening up at 6. And also at 6 is the Madison Music Foundry local band or youth band that always starts out and opens for the main headliner, which will be at 7 o'clock. Again, that's Orquesta Salsoul. So come on down. It's I've heard them before. They're a great band. And of course, come early and support the Madison Music Foundry as well. Without them, we wouldn't have some of this great music as these kids grow up. All right, next we're going to talk about some nice pictures here from our Fitchburg Canine unit who visited, her name is Emma, yesterday. So this morning, Officer Parker and K9 Drago followed with Officer Boseflug and K9 Falco, from the Madison Police Department, had the honor of visiting their friend Emma at the American Family Children's Hospital. Now, 7-year-old Emma, who was bravely battling a rare DIPG brain tumor, had surgery at the hospital earlier this week. Drago and Falco thought a visit would put an extra smile on her face, and judging by the pictures here, it definitely happened. Earlier this year, Emma, who loves dogs, was surprised at home by canine units from across Wisconsin Her story included her love for dogs, and her beautiful smile has traveled the world and gained her massive pack of dogs, sending her well wishes and positive thoughts. We ask you to keep Emma and her family in your thoughts. You and your canine companion can send her positive thoughts via her Facebook page, Team Emma. It's Emma Loves Dogs 7. So if you're interested in sending some pictures from your canines to Emma, please do so. Sounds like this was a big story nationally, so it's pretty cool that our very own Fitchburg canine Drago and Officer Parker made it out there to help her put some smiles on her face as well. All right, next we have Wisconsin DOT launches a Transportation Connects Us podcast featuring Governor Evers. So Wisconsin DOT today launched the first episode of Transportation Connects Us, the agency's new podcast. For the first episode, Governor Tony Evers talks about Wisconsin DOT Secretary Designee Craig Thompson. They discuss what the governor heard from citizens all over the state regarding transportation needs, the challenges of meeting Wisconsin's demand for better roads, and the importance of ongoing sustainable funding. The episode, we'll put the link in our Facebook page in the headlines of the link to this, so you can be able to listen to these podcasts and stay up to date with them. And during the discussion, you learn about the 2019-2021 budget from Governor Evers and more. So please go to this link and watch their first podcast. And I'm not sure how often they'll be here. It's new monthly. So every month we'll have a new podcast from them. They'll focus on various transportation issues, including transportation safety, engineering, multiple module investments, and DMV topics. So again, stop on by on their website to find more and follow that podcast link. Again, we'll have that in our Facebook description later today when we put up headlines. Also, the state health agency's new data tool shows that decline in the number of opiate deaths in Wisconsin. So state health agency new tool shows a decline. The opiate deaths are at the lowest since 2015, according to the most recent data collected by the DHS and reported through the new online tool featuring interactive charts, graphs, and maps. So here from the Data Direct Opioids dashboards show an estimated 1 of 6 Wisconsin adults were prescribed and used an opiate in the past year. The top reasons for opioid prescriptions were for pain related to surgeries and back pain. Hospital emergency room visits from all opioid-related overdoses in Wisconsin increased from 2014 to 2018 by 64%. However, inpatient stays for overdoses from 2014 to 2018 decreased by 15%. The number of opioid-related deaths in Wisconsin in 2018 was 838, according to data reported as June 30th, 2019. That's a 10% decrease from the 932 deaths reported in 2017. In 2016, there were 850 opioid-related deaths. The data displayed in the dashboards is adjustable monthly, quarterly, and annually, depending on how often the source of information is updated. The data sources include death and hospital records maintained by DHS, the Wisconsin Behavioral Risk Factor Survey, and the National Survey on Drug Use and Health and the Youth Risk Survey. So if you're interested in checking out this interactive tool, we'll have the link as well to that on our Facebook headlines when we put that up later today. All right, that's enough of me rambling. Some good stories there, and we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have our Verona Road construction update. But as we head to break, here's a look at this week's committee and commission meetings.